All right, guys, bear with me just a second. My computer is being a little dumb. Need to mute this. There we go. Okay. So there's going to be a little bit of lag, guys, and I have to apologize for that. I don't know what's going on. I've never had that issue before. But today it seems like the internet is being quite odd. So I do apologize. Hopefully it will catch up. I have done this live at 3 o'clock today so that I can have two very special guests with me. They are 5 hours ahead of us. So I wanted to go ahead and do this live earlier so that I didn't have them getting up here in their PJs. So I am going to bring up Lee. Hey, Lee. And I'm going to bring up Runny. Lee, I think you're muted.
You're right, I was.
And then I'll bring up Runny Egg here.
Hello, guys. Nice to see you all. Thanks so much, Christy. Thanks a lot for the invite. Fantastic stuff. You got some great people in the live chat already, Christy.
Yep. Angry Homesteader is we're supposed to be getting together here soon. And Robert, hi Robert, hi Ringo, hi MM Marco, hi Ilea. These are all great channels on here that are in the chat. So if you can check each other out. I wanted to touch base with Aqua Adventurer and Runny Egg because, as I said, they're across the ocean. And if you guys want to introduce yourself and let us know where you're at and maybe plug in a shameless plug for your channels, you're more than welcome. And we'll start from left to right. Or right to left, whichever.
Christy's muted now. Her voice is gone.
No, I can hear you fine, mate.
No, Christy. Hello, Ringo.
Can't hear me anymore?
Oh, it's lagging right behind there.
I can hear you. I've got about
2
2 seconds.
The voice is kind of delayed from the mouth. Anyway. Right, as I say, thanks for the invite, Christy. Appreciate that. Hello, Aqua Adventurer from
Hello, Derek. How you doing?
From England, anyway. Same as me, but living in Northern Ireland at this point in time. Hello to everyone on the chat. MM Marco, nice to see you as well. Ringo and Zar, that's the ones I recognise. And of course, Vision Preparedness, fantastic channel. Hello.
Hi, Trent. Hi, Ringo. Thanks for coming in to see us. Really appreciate that. And everybody else in chat today. Massive hello from Northern Ireland in the UK. It's great to see each and every one of you here tonight. Absolutely brilliant. If you haven't already, please smash that thumbs up.
I'm going to share as well.
Every time I talk to y'all, it's funny because I usually hear Running how hot it is, how the weather is there, really hot. And then I get a hold of Lee and I'm like, hey, Lee, are you guys doing okay in the heat there? And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's freezing here. So it always messes me up with y'all's weather being completely different.
Yeah, it was raining here today.
So it always messes me up with y'all's weather. That was me. Sorry. Okay, so we've talked to Lee a little bit, and we have filled him in on some of the stuff that's gone on here in the United States that he wasn't aware of. And a lot of things that happen here, we have quite a bit of conspiracies here on why things are going on. And some of them come into fruition, and some of it does not. Some of it is nonsense. So we're going to talk about some of that as well. But one of the things that people don't realize is, I understand that you all's gas prices have gone up quite a bit. But that seems to be, from what I understand, the end of like the inflation there. It's mostly gas prices. Is that correct for both of you?
Yeah. It's gone up about 75% in total. It's getting ridiculous. It really is. But we all know what it's down to. We all know the cause of it. And I don't think it's going to end, to be honest.
I don't know where you are, Derek. You're across the water from me in Northern Ireland. but the prices have plummeted quite a bit here now. We're down to our cheapest price is about 164 now from about 198. So we've come down quite a considerable amount within the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, it has. It's come down to 174 here from 199, £1.99 a litre. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's coming down, but there's other stuff going up. It's difficult. Is that exactly the same over there, Christy, across the pond?
Over here, we actually don't pay by liter; we pay by gallon, and our gallons have come down. It was almost $5 a gallon on average here, and now it's gone down to right around $3.84 a gallon here recently. But we have a massive increase in our food, which is something that I've talked to a couple of people off camera about. So, for instance, your can of soup there is like $1 something, like £1 something. It's pretty cheap. As we're here, our cans of soup are almost $4 a can. So just in the month of, just in this last month, I want to say, our food prices have increased by 8% in inflation.
It's quite a bit. Quite a bit. It's not going to get any better either, is it? I mean, there's another rise in October. In October, there's another rise on the domestic bills throughout, really. Food, shopping, it's outrageous. It really is. I used to pay £1 for a pie. Now it's £3.80.
It's going to cut you down on eating those pies then.
I don't eat them, man. Just a big lad, just a big lad. Robert Miller, hello. Colin is 3.7. Question or a statement? Rockchick Beauty's on the stream as well. Hello, Oriane. Big shout out to this girl. Great YouTube.
Hi, Oriane.
I'm trying to go through a little bit of this chat. So a gallon, Robert Miller says a gallon is 3.78 liters. Just to give you an idea of your gas compared to our gas. And then we also have here a problem with our grocery stores. A lot of them are empty. Our shelves have been empty. We also have a lot of our food plants have mysteriously caught fire. All of a sudden, we've had over 100 of them in the last year within the United States of our food plants and food manufacturing areas catching fire. Mm-hmm. And also a mass increase of the bird flu. So we've had 10 tons of our chickens killed because of it. We've had recently, mysteriously, a farm where 10,000 cows mysteriously dropped dead, and they're saying it's because of the heat. And they all mysteriously, on the same day, just dropped dead. So that's really killed our food production as well. Yeah, mm-hmm. Vision Preparedness also says shrinkflation. So something you used to get for $4 for 12 ounces. I just bought a bag of potato chips the other day. It would normally be a 10-ounce bag. And I opened up the bag and it was all air. It was 5 ounces of potato chips in my bag. And I thought I was just being a little piggy and wasn't keeping track of how much I ate in those potato chips. But luckily, I didn't inhale that bag like I thought I did.
Yeah. So anyway, just it's a drastic time to be alive in so many ways and senses, isn't it? Financially, it's dead difficult. It really is, and I don't think it's going to go away for a long time. I really don't. I think it's going to stick around for a long time. Which is unfortunate, but I also think that street revolutions from the public, and you're talking riots, eventually looting shops. It'll come down to this eventually, because some people, they're actually going where I live anyway, what I read, they're actually going to McDonald's with the kids and sitting in there all night because they can't afford to put the heating on. So it's either eat or heat. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. And it's a goddamn shame. But it's all down basically to greedy people. Power, who needing power. That's what it is, and it's a goddamn shame. Me, I would take them off the face of the earth if it was possible. Get rid of them because it's not
Now,
an
is that
ideal
happening
world.
there?
Sorry?
Is that happening there where they're sleeping at McDonald's?
Yeah, just going to McDonald's, staying there all night with the children to keep warm because they don't want to put the heating on. They can't afford. They haven't got the finance to fund the fuel bills. It's really, really bad. In October, it's going up again. I'll sit in McDonald's all night, mate. Not a problem. Yeah. Just want to say thanks again, Christy, for asking me up with the awesome Aqua Adventure. He's got a great channel as well. Very, very hard-working YouTuber. And
I haven't had no content out lately because I've just been flat out doing exams and things.
how to grow.
Did you guys talk about what your channels were? Do you want to tell about your channels as well? I don't mind.
I'm not going to self-promote.
Go on, Derek, talk about your channel.
No, I don't believe in self-promoting. I would never enter somebody's live stream and say something like, I'm live tomorrow, will you come up on cam with me to support me? Or this is what I do on my stream. I find it disrespectful on other people's streams. If you want to know Christy's there, she's the girl, she's the host. That's really, I would like to think that Christy would do that. So if you want to do that, Christy, that's up to you.
I will. Runny has a channel where he helps new YouTubers learn how to grow their channel organically and naturally without doing a sub for sub, without peddling for people to increase numbers. It's all natural. Help how to do thumbnails, how to do about sections, how to do the editing, like everything. And Aqua's actually really great at thumbnails as well. But Runny definitely has the most energy I think I've ever seen in a host. So if I'm having a terrible day at work and I want to be pepped up, I will watch Runny's live stream and joke around with him and remind him that he's got a bushy tail and bright eyes, which apparently means something completely different over there than what it means over here.
Sort of knackered.
Which I found out later is quite funny. Some of the words they say mean something different to us. So they'll say something and I'll have to get clarification because I don't quite understand what they're saying. For instance, if they get goosed, does not mean what it means here in the United States at all.
Do you know what Runny will tell you? Goosed in the UK means you're knackered, you're done in, you're tired. If you're goosed,
you're overtired. You're
overtired, yeah.
You goosed. Tom ducked. That's another one that means you. Do you know what I mean? Tom ducked.
So goosed here. If you get goosed here, it's usually by your dog or somebody else's dog when you get home. And it's where they take their nose and they say hello really quick right up there in that crevice. So when y'all said you got goosed, I was like, oh, I hope not. That's terrible.
Yeah. Chrissy, I'll just pull back to that, what you mentioned before about growing channels on YouTube. Well, I'm going to say is this, and I always say this as well. Aqua knows this. I see so many channels looking for support in the wrong way. Everyone wants to get monetized. Everybody wants to develop the channel. But there's far too many people treat YouTube as social media. It's not social media. It is for content creators. And it's not just a case of putting content up there and hoping for the best. You've got to build that fan base as well. You know, you've got to try and look after your fans as well. Your members when you finally become members. But all I'm going to say is this. Chase numbers in the wrong game. Let the numbers come to you and appreciate your content. If they're not coming to you, change your niche. Because the niche can't be that trending, to be honest. And I think everyone also does suffer from that as well on the views. I do, don't get me wrong. I can go from anywhere from up there to down there, stay there, then back up again. But it's all about the supporters as well. Who's going to support you? You know what I mean? Not everyone's available. I understand that. But I think the more you do this, Christy, the more you'll realize what kind of energy it takes to actually produce a good live stream. The energy. I mean, when I'm live streaming, I'm not like this. This is me. This is me normally. Lee knows that. I speak to Lee every day. But when I'm live streaming, it's boom, boom, boom. And you end up, your back, it's as wet as a fish's stomach. You know what I mean? You're just drenched in sweat immediately. And then when you're finished, if you've used a low, you think, wow. But you haven't got to take the negatives. You've got to put the positives out from it. And you've got to say, right, I'll move on to the next live stream. I'll go back and see what could have been better. Do you know what I mean? You constantly got to be improving your content. You know that. I think you've heard this from me all the time. And I want to quickly move on and pass the microphone to the Aqua Adventure. Then look at me, laddie.
I know. Yeah, I've just got changed because Derek were laughing earlier because I was in a Puma trackie, right? And a Puma trackie is a
no, Lee,
don't. Is a tracksuit. We call a tracksuit a trackie.
Okay.
And he said, don't be wearing that Puma trackie because I'll be laughing my head off. So I'm not allowed to wear a tracksuit.
On one of my lives, I think I'm going to wear one of my onesies one of these times, just for fun.
We should do a onesie night.
We could actually. I think that would be fun. You all have onesies, right? I have 3 of them.
Derek's got a big pink, I think is it pink with big round spot?
A big pink one. That's what he was going to say there, isn't it? That's what it is exactly what he was going to say. No, I don't wear pajamas and stuff like that, man.
I don't want to know what you sleep in then.
Bed. A bed. Right, we'll swiftly move on back to the chat.
So Aqua's channel, I just want to tell everyone too, Aqua's channel, he does deep sea diving, and he does he goes on excursions where he cleans up areas that have had a lot of garbage drift in. He just did one recently. It was a huge project where they went in, a big group of them, and cleaned out a cave that had a ton of garbage in it. It was quite a job for all of them. But I think the first time I saw Aqua's video was when he forgot his keys and his batteries and everything in his pockets and got in the water. And ever since I saw that stream, I was like, oh, yep, this guy's perfect for me to watch because he does some things like I do. So it was perfect. So
crazy.
Yeah, definitely please check out both of those channels. They're both great people and just a lot of energy and a lot of fun. Just definitely check them out, y'all.
Thank you, Chris.
Well, I'm without self-promoting, I'm just going to say if people want to come and see my live stream, come in after this one. I'm on at 9:30 tonight, an hour's time.
Yes.
You'll see a different runny egg there. It's hard work. It is hard work, Christy. It's very hard work. YouTube. It really is. Once you start taking it seriously, and every year you've got to maintain, when you monetize those 4,000 watch hours every year, you don't just do it once, you've got to keep that going every year, like a MOT on a car. That's what you're pushing for, to stay monetized, to keep the people in your live streams, also to keep the friends and the members. You know, you've got to try and suffice and give them back something that will maintain their interest in your channel. And it's damn hard. Vision preparedness. Ronnie tells Sue I said hi. I will do. Hey, be ready. Today's on the live stream as well. Christ.
Hi, Trent. How you doing, mate? Good to see you.
Yep. Brian is there and Trent is there.
Hi, Brian. Hi,
for
Ringo.
those of you also that don't know, if you weren't here at the beginning, they're 5 hours ahead. So when Ronnie says that his stream is at 9:30, it's at 4:30 our time, Eastern time.
Yeah.
So if you plan on going over and checking out Ronnie as an Energizer Bunny, where he just keeps going and going and going, that will be in an hour, and you can see him joke around, and hopefully his chair will sink a couple times during that feed as well.
Yeah,
I can only see half of your head.
Sorry?
I can only see half of your head. I don't know what you've like zoomed in, and I can just see half of your head.
Like that.
That's gone completely.
Christy, I'm glad you can understand the humour because when I'm talking to Aqua and it's just the two of us, it's a different kind of humor again. We're being polite here. But it's a good laugh, though. I mean, I've just been on my gaming channel, Runny Plays, and we've had a really good laugh there. Playing the Forest. Wasn't many people in, but we don't care. Don't we? We'll just get on and play and put some content on and so have some good fun as well. So there you go then anyway. Right, Christy, so you asked me to amend your banner with the words prepping on and stuff like that, and SHTF or something, shut the fridge door up or something like that. So do you plan to take it into that direction as well, into that niche, the prepping area?
I am, yes. I'm going to keep Mondays as my faith-based day, and then on Thursdays and or Fridays, I'm going to do prepping and kind of what's going on around the world and address things that are going on here as well as overseas. I'm not too much into politics. I don't follow politics because I think they're all corrupt personally. So I probably won't be touching base on a lot of that. But I will do a lot of how-tos and, with gardening and dehydrating foods, long-term storage, canning. I do canning as well. And things like that. So it's going to be a kind of a mixed niche, but I figured, I want to be able to share my knowledge with other people. I just did a video recently on how to be gray man, which I don't know if you all are familiar with that over there, but it basically means to not stand out and be under the radar with everything going on here. Because we actually have across the United States, we actually have riots and protests and so forth almost every single day. We have some states that have legalized hard drugs and legalized some nonsense. They can't arrest people if they steal things that's $500 or less. Some states, if you're speeding, the police have no right to pull you over anymore. So we have a lot of crazy stuff going on. So to stay under the radar and not stand out is probably best to not get pulled into those situations for your own safety, really.
Well, Christy, what state are you in? Not personally. I mean, where do you live?
I'm in South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yep. So I'm on the southeast coast, and a lot of the craziness is actually on the west coast. It's kind of different categories of craziness. So up north, we have a lot of rights being taken away, as far as there's some states that you're not even allowed to own guns or any kind of personal protection. And then on the West Coast is where you have a lot of drugs being legalized and rolling blackouts where they're shutting off people's electricity during the hottest parts of the day without warning sometimes. And they're saying that they're doing it for the environment. Then we have down here in the southeast coast, it's not terribly bad here yet. We actually are kind of been slow on catching some of the nonsense, but whenever things happen around us, it trickles into us as far as the food shortages and the gas prices. We're one of the last ones that seem to get affected by those things.
Do you know what I find strange, Christy? Is I don't know if it's the people in the United Kingdom or too laid back or anything, but I never hear of anyone prepping in the UK. No. Never, ever. And when I was talking to you and you was telling me what was going off and people prepping and this were happening, I was like, wow, does this really happen? Is this for real?
I mean, the first time I heard of that, Lee, was when I came across Vision Preparedness. I've never heard of that.
Same here. Never heard of it.
And I thought, wow, this child's got potential. He's a great host as well, a great guy. Really is. What I would advise to Vision Preparedness would be to stream for around 60 minutes to get known. Even for a longer live stream, you're going to get known more. You've got to be more popular. You've got to drag more, a bigger fan base in. So the longer you stream, but I wouldn't do any more than 2 hours either. 2 hours is enough. But yeah, Vision Preparedness got a fantastic channel with a great banner as well. Great banner, that it really is. So yeah, I've never heard of prepping. Never ever heard of it. Prepping for what? That's the question. What is it? Prepping for what?
I think a lot of
Nuclear
people
war?
became preppers without realizing it with natural disasters. For instance, last year, I mean, there's been natural disasters before that. We have a hurricane season. We have snow blizzards in some parts of the state. So you kind of mini prep for those things to come. But Texas last year, I think, was a real eye opener. They had a major snow blizzard and it shut off their electricity for a long time, and there wasn't any help for them. There was nothing. People were freezing to death because they don't get snow like they did that year, and they went green, so they had the wind electricity going, but they froze. The windmills froze, so there was no more electricity because they didn't have the heating elements on them to melt the snow if they did freeze, because it never snows there. So I think once that happened, and also in New Orleans, I think it was Hurricane Katrina, people really started prepping then. They started noticing those things then, when they need food, they need water. But now we have the New World Order and the World Economic Forum saying all this stuff to us, like we're going to own nothing and be happy. And people are preparing for that. So people have become more awake as far as prepping. And I kind of want to talk about a little bit of the conspiracies that we have here. And some of them you all will probably laugh at. But a lot of the conspiracies we've had have come true. The New World Order was a conspiracy for a long time, but now they've made themselves public. So it's no longer a conspiracy. But everyone who was trying to warn people about it, they were dubbed as crazy. And we're not so crazy anymore. We do have some nonsense. I think they're nonsense conspiracies that I wanted to ask you about, though, especially with you all being in the UK. One of the conspiracies here is that the Queen has died and that she is a clone and or
she's alive and well. I can guarantee you that. How old is he?
Or that she's a lizard wearing human skin. I'm guessing y'all have never heard that before.
Who said that? Mary, Mother of God, I tell you what it is. I can tell you now, our little Lizzie, the Queen, she is well. She's alive and well for her age anyway. You know what I mean? As much as she can do. So all of these conspiracy people can just basically.
When does this date back from, that conspiracy? Lizzie the Lizard.
Quite a few years. Quite a few years. They believe that she has been dead for a long time now.
How long?
Years.
Longer than you.
Yep, it's been years.
How long? Years.
I'm sorry?
Do you know who's the best for that? Conspiracies. The Lizards. That David Icke used to be a professional football player, soccer player. Now he's a ufologist. I love the UFO kind of stuff as well. It's one of my hobbies to read about it, watch YouTube with it. And but David Icke, I think he needs assessing. I really do. Have you heard of him, Christy? David Icke, the UK guy. He's off his trolley. He's absolutely cream crackers. He really is. He's nuts. He believes that most of the top government people are lizards from another planet. I said to him once, I said, get on YouTube, mate. I said, most of them's like that on there, and that's for real as well.
Christy, how much of Derek are you seeing on the camera? I'm just wondering if it's my camera.
I think it's yours. I see all of him.
Dear, I only see half of him, like not even one full eye. I can see that, and I can see him all now. But when you went to the last one, I couldn't see him at all. Like,
is that better?
That much. I don't know. Yeah. The other way was better, but it just disappeared off the screen. I didn't know if it was my phone.
No, I can. Are you using your phone, Lee?
Yeah, I'm using my phone. Yeah.
That might be why.
Ringo, when Lee steps off the camera, he turns back into a leprechaun.
Here. Yeah, let me just get this from under my arse. Seen what I have to sit on?
Oh, aye.
Little booster seat, look.
You are joking, aren't you? You're only
What?
about. That's for the iPad, isn't it, Lee? That's
No,
one of them
that's for my arse, mate, to make me look taller.
Unbelievable, you.
Do
Hey,
you
man,
use that in the
mechanic,
car
I'm
so you can reach the pedals too?
It's automatic, so I don't have trouble. And if I do, I sellotape a bean tin to the bottom of my foot.
Bless him. How tall are you, Lee? 5'6" or something?
5'6".
You still have to jump up to turn the TV on.
Oh man, I've got like a wire coat hanger I've bent.
Oh, Christ, Mary, Mother of God. Be
So
ready.
here's
Survival
a
game.
question
Hello.
for both of you. This is something that's divided our country. Did we land on the moon?
Oh, who's to say? Who's to say? Apparently, when they were on the moon, Armstrong and Aldrin, apparently they were visited by another alien race. They jumped out of the spaceship and they says, "You better piss off now. There's going to be hell on. I'm telling you now. Get back in your craft and get lost." Apparently they were scared away from another alien race. So, I mean, do you know what it is? I'm going to be honest. Don't get me started on ufology, and this sounds sad as well, but I like to understand nuclear physics as well. It might sound sad, but I tell you what, anti-gravity, propulsion, the Tesla coils, everything like that I read about, and quite clued up on that as well. But there has to be something out there, Christy. There's got to be, because our planet is not even a grain of sand. There's more planets out there than what these grains of sand on the Earth. So there's got to be something. Alien-wise, you just got to look at the Aqua Adventure. There's your full proof there. All right.
That's horrendous.
Come
I can't
on.
believe you've just said that. I'm trying to be all nice and polite and everything.
Polite, and polite and everything becomes boring. You've got to have a laugh as well.
This is true.
No,
do you know what I mean? Straight laced becomes boring.
Like
Sorry?
the Queen being a lizard's the biggest load of shit ever. I've met the Queen 3 times, so she weren't fake. Like,
I've been to Buckingham Palace a few times.
Positive.
What about?
She's not a faker, like.
She's doing well, isn't she? She's doing really well.
Do you know what's funny? Last time I met her, there's not much difference between what she looks now, mate. And that's a bit of time on, so she is getting looked after well.
It's just starting to look a bit like a dry date, isn't she? So she's getting on a bit, though. But I honestly think that not 100%, but 99% of the the British population will always have her back, because she's served such a long time, the longest reigning queen ever. Do you know what I mean? And she's done some fantastic work with the charities, etc. She still does as well, even though she's getting on a bit, you know. Well, how long she's got left is another thing. Will Charles take it, or will he give it to William? I believe Charles should take it for as long as he can take it, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I'm talking about. Go on, sonny boy.
Oh, Camilla, cool. Come on, Camilla, you good old unicorn.
But then you're looking at William. He'll get it eventually. You know.
Wow.
Oh, behave. And then it's going to go down to his son George, isn't it? And then down his bloodline, so it'll totally bypass. Is it the daughter? What's she called, the daughter again? It'll totally bypass her. It's going down the lad's bloodline, so it's down. Not in our time. We'll be long gone. We'll be one of the stars up there. Do you know what I mean? Still trying to get on YouTube.
I have to say, I honestly miss Princess Diana. I absolutely adored her when she was alive and I was younger. She was just beautiful inside and out. I think Reddy is frozen. I think the reptilians froze him.
Yeah, that's the talk of it, you see.
Oh no.
Oh no, what's happened? Look at the face. Let's get a screenshot of that. We
You
have to,
should. We
don't we?
should take a picture.
Yeah, let's get a screenshot of that mug shot. That's a cracker, isn't it? I wonder what's happened there then.
So, Lee,
Let's
while
go.
we're waiting for Runny to get unstuck.
Yeah, let's go.
If we go to war, which there's rumors that we are going to. Oh, look it! I'm not delayed anymore.
You're not.
If we go
You're not
to,
delayed at all.
Mm-mm.
It's running. Running something.
Here he comes.
Is he coming? As soon as you add him, you delay.
Did I? I did too.
No, you're not now.
So if we go to war, do you think that Europe will support us if we have boots on the ground here?
100%. You will get support. You kind of like, for one reason, because you're a massive part of NATO. Definitely the UK will support you because of the agreement the UK have got. And not many people will know this, but when JFK was president, he signed an agreement with England in Scotland because the United States, they came up with and invented the Trident nuclear missile, which is on board the US submarines. They signed an agreement with the UK that they'd share that missile if the USA could use the nuclear submarine depot in Scotland. For that reason, there's agreements made between USA and UK that not many people know about, which do hold a bond. And for that reason, just because the USA have tied the UK into the nuclear deal, then 100%, yeah, you've definitely got the backs of the UK. Now, whether it stretches into Europe, would the smaller people around Europe be silly enough to turn their backs on USA and UK? No, not at all. So for that reason, yeah, you have got the support of Europe, yeah.
Well, that's definitely good to know because we fear that we are very, very close to World War III.
Is Derek there? Are you there, Derek?
I'm sorry?
I was just wondering if Derek were there. He's still froze or? Oh, he's there.
Why aye, man? Why aye?
Why aye, man?
No bother, man.
Speak again. Can you speak, Christy?
What am I, a dog?
All right. Do you know what? It must be your computer because when it was just me and you up, or when before I came in and it was fine. You had no lag. It seems to be when the third person or third cam comes up, your computer slows down.
Well, hopefully I'll be able to upgrade the memory here soon. Or I may just have to restart my connection, my Wi-Fi connection. So do we have any questions from the chat while I have these two here from across the ocean? And while you all are thinking of questions, this is your chance.
Do you think there's going to be a World War III?
I do. Oh.
Me. It's hard to say, isn't it, really? At the end of the day, it's very difficult to say. I mean, China, they're sending warning signs to, is it Taiwan?
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere like that, I think it is.
Yep.
You don't know, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to start talking about Russia and stuff like that because you've got to be careful on YouTube as well. You have to be careful of the talking about because you can get your stream took down for it. As soon as you start giving opinions and stuff like that and like degrading certain things, what's happening in the world, you can actually lose your live stream for it. Possibly get a boring YouTube strike as well. All right, so you've got to be careful, dead careful. UK is one of the US's biggest ally. It's kind of brother sister kind of thing. Who's the sister? That's the thing as well. They basically, if one of them jumps, the other one jumps higher with them. Do you know what I mean? If one farts, the other one farts, and that's the way the USA and Great Britain work together. And I think it's probably the best thing that can happen to the two countries at times like this.
Oh yeah.
All I'm going to say is this, right? Though, if the man with the red flag, I'm not going to say his name, we all know we're talking about, decides to hit one button, he is going to get absolutely trounced. He'll get trounced, in my opinion. That's all I'm going to say. What happened earlier? Did you lose the live stream?
No, I was. I'm going back through the comments, and Ilea from Survival Games said that you were handsome when you were frozen.
So it was me. It was my internet. Damn, so I'll have to reset things. I've got about 10 minutes left, Christy. Then I've got to go to get this setup finished for 9:30 without self-promoting, obviously. You know what I mean? But
I'm trying to put some of these comments up that I've missed. So Robert said
base on the back side of the moon. That's interesting, isn't it? That's interesting. I don't know. I've seen many videos and images of apparent towers on the dark side of the moon. But who's been around the dark side?
Preparedness has just said something there. They killed Princess Diana for sure. Right. Without going too much into it, I'm 100% behind that as well.
I agree.
I believe. See, I don't want to go in too much, Rich. I don't know how much this could affect your live stream, but there was definitely somebody in a high power that we all know about that's no longer on this planet anymore because he sadly passed. That in the underground sneaky world, and I know certain people, and they have near enough confirmed that 100% the certain underground people are behind the death of Diana.
Yeah, I've watched with the wife Sue as well because she's a total royalist. Watches everything right back to King Henry VIII, all that stuff in the Victorian times, you know, the Tudors. She watches everything what's related to the royals. And I'm a firm believer that Diana was murdered. I really am.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree.
Apparently she was there was a guy on a bike, he had a flashlight or something, a strobe light, into the mirror for the driver, blinded him, driving, wallop into one of the pillars. One of the statements was Dori Al-Fayed, son, what's it called? I forget what they call him now, who she was having a relationship with. Was that him? Apparently,
Dori Al-Fayed, yeah.
I don't know if it was ever.
Right?
Don't know if it was ever stated, but apparently she was pregnant as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking
you've
got to be careful what you say here.
I looked into that, mate, and the whether it was secretized, if that's the word, secretized sounds good, like, but the report, what do they call the report? Autopsy report came back negative on that because there was like a big outcry on that.
Well,
whether that was covered up, who knows? They've got the power to cover things up like that.
Can you remember the day, Lee?
Yeah, and I remember
all
exactly.
the TV, radio stopped, and it was just a public announcement on the radio. That's all that was.
I was in the pub at the time.
It was just. I remember that. It was like, what the fridge doors happening here? And the whole country just went into a massive moan. The whole country, because Diana, she wasn't really a royalist, was she? I believe she was kind of coaxed into marry him to breed. But she was a beautiful lady. She was. And she's still to this day regarded as one of the most popular royals.
The people's princess.
Yeah, Camilla rejected the title of Princess of Wales out of respect for Diana.
Mhm.
She rejected that. Now she's Duchess of Cornwall or something like that. I don't know, something. But yeah, she'll always be a massive, massive miss to the public over here, and it's just constant. It's just as soon as you see Diane, I mean, she said as well in one of her interviews. I mean, she was always full of fun as well. But she says it's fun looking from the other side of the gates into Buckingham Palace, but when you're on the inside, it's like a prison. She says you are restricted, and it made her miserable as well. It made her miserable. And I I think, honest to God, I think she was bumped into the marriage, me. I really do. And then she suddenly became herself when they got divorced. And 2 cracking kids, though, Harry and William, the future King William. Then you're looking at King George. I mean, that's a great name. Isn't it King George? We've had a King George before.
I believe Harry's turned his back on the royal family and gone to the States, because I believe, but he'll not say, and he'll not be allowed to say, that he believes his mum got bumped off. That's my thoughts. And I think William has the idea, but because he is future king, he can't say a thing. But Harry on the other side, because he knows he's not going to be king, I think that's one of the real reasons why he's turned his back on the royal family. I really do. Now he's at that age, and don't forget he was in the military. He'd have heard the things I heard, because it weren't a secret in the military. And I really do believe that's one of the reasons why he's turned his back on the royal family, which would make sense.
Angry Homesteader 2 is asking if you all are seeing food shortages there.
Obviously not. Not where I live.
No, look at the size of him. How can we be experiencing food shortages?
Be Ready asks if you think there will be a prepper wave in Europe.
Not in the UK, I don't.
No.
I think in some of the eastern countries that are close to certain borders are getting strangled. And by strangled, I mean there's certain cut-offs. They're trying the hardest to cut supplies and things. So some of the further Eastern European countries are going to get caught up with supplies.
Mm-hmm.
But certainly not in the UK, no.
No. I think most of the UK don't even understand or know what prepping is. This is brand new to me. They don't. Like,
I'm 44-year-old, and I'd never heard of it until Vision Preparedness came along.
And you're a Royal Marine Commando as well for the British Army.
I know. And we don't hear about prepping.
No, but I've heard some stories off you, though, haven't I? Like, when you were serving out there on the front line, getting mucked into it.
Yeah.
Dream of. I'm not going to say any more because it's not nice. Like, it really isn't nice. And the amount of soldiers as well, that's all over the world who get the PTSD as well, and sadly they leave this earth. It's not. It's very, very.
What's PTSD?
PDT. I thought that was the. I thought that was where you take your animal to get fixed. The PTSD. PTSD. Is that right?
Guys, we're not laughing at this.
You're laughing at me, you tramps.
We're laughing because Runny makes errors in what he says quite often. So we're used to these mishaps with Runny. So we're not laughing at the illness. The illness itself is very serious.
What's it called again?
PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder.
Rewind it. I said PTSD.
PTSD.
I never ever do bloopers. Never.
You would have a ton of them. You could do a 2-hour show just on bloopers.
Do you know what it is, though? Bloopers, it's entertainment, isn't it? It is. It really is entertainment.
Even though after talking to you, Christy, there's something that I still can't get my head around, right? People are prepping, going crazy. Ah,
Is it made too much
people are
coffee
going
there?
crazy, prepping, going out of the way. They're worried. Yet they're staying in that. They're staying there. And to me, my utmost would be not to prepare, but to move. I've got friends in the north of America. He lived near Arizona, and he's going to get a massive drought, they've been told. So he's sold his house and moved.
Yeah, they have less than 50 days worth of water, of clean water there.
Yeah, and he
They're
sold his
about to
big
run out of
house
water.
and he's
Mhm.
moved.
And the
And-
problem is, no matter where you move in the United States, it's going to happen there as well. So, or you're running from one problem and going into another. So you may be running from not having any water to a state where they have no food, or they have no security, or they have increased crime rate that's through the roof. So no matter where you run in the United States, you're running into either another problem, or that problem is going to eventually follow you. And
But-
most of us can't afford to move outside of the country. Although I would
Right.
love to. I'm still waiting for my plane ticket.
Because that's what I was thinking. We see a lot of people from Eastern countries, far away Eastern countries, coming to the UK who've got absolutely nothing, no money and nothing. They're just up in with the family and they're getting supported by our government. They're getting given a good income. They're getting in food. They're getting given a good place to live. Why? Our America, I see as our next door neighbours, are really close allies, as number one allies above any other country. So why are people not coming to the UK, and why isn't the UK helping bring people over to get that support?
Oh,
The
I'll
good
tell
of
you what.
USA as well, you know.
I wish I had more money to do that, but I am going to, hopefully we'll continue this conversation on another stream and we can talk about this more in depth, because I know that Ronnie has to get set up for his live. And Trent, if you can please drop Ronnie's link in the live, in the chat, or you can drop it in the live, either one, so that people can jump over there and support him. And hopefully we can continue this conversation in a future chat, because this is something that could go on for a long conversation as far as why we're not leaving. And also, I kind of want to find out in a future live if you all have any military movement around you, because we have a ton here across the United States. So that's something that we can definitely continue to get some more information out.
Yeah, I'd love to educate people like we've already spoke about, Christy.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm sure 80% of, this is just a figure I'm coming up with, 80% of people don't understand what a nuclear threat is. They've got an idea. It's a missile that's launched and it comes down and hits. It's far from that. And I'd love to share with people the real truth behind a nuclear attack, what people aren't familiar with. And that's something I'm really educated on through working closely in that department.
Yeah, we will
Well,
definitely
Christy, can I
continue.
ask you this question?
Sure.
If given a chance, would you move to the UK?
I
Or
would.
would you stay and be loyal to your own country? Is that why a lot of people aren't moving, do you think? Because they're proud of being America and they want to stay and fight on their own soil?
I think we have a lot of proud Americans that are willing to stay and fight, but I think that a lot of people, if they had the opportunity to move out of country, they would. And I say that because a lot of the people in the United States do not support our current administration at all, no matter what the news out there says. That the people do not support the administration, the decisions that they're making, and we believe truly that they are tearing us apart from the inside out. So I think a lot of people would leave. I personally would leave this country, but I've lived in other countries, so I would adapt very easily. My biggest thing would be I would have family here that I would have to find a way to bring them with me, because I don't want to be stuck over there and have them here and not be able to get back together.
What do you think on
Basically, if
the
you
last
leave-
2 minutes, Derek? What do you think on that? No. Last 2 minutes. I know you're rushing, so I'm just going to drag another
I'm not
couple
rushing.
of
I'm
minutes out
English.
here. What do you think? Would you like to see? I certainly would, because all we see is Far Eastern people moving to the UK.
Stevie Wonder would like to see.
Would you like to see a lot of the USA people moving to England?
Definitely. Do you know why? All I'm going to say is it would make a change. You know what I'm talking about, mate. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I can't say any more than that. Definitely, I'd love to visit the USA. It's I want to hit California, Southern California. I've got relations in OC, but I just want to do the Boulevard thing. I want to do it all. Just a one off. Everyone's got a bucket list, haven't they? And that's on mine. But definitely. I mean, 6 and 2 3s. I live next to a variety of people from different religions and stuff like that. They're no problem. You know, they're no problem at all. But it doesn't bother me. I just go to work and do YouTube, and that's it. Basically, that is it.
We should get Ringo over. Ringo's going to come over and move over here with us, Derek.
Direct. Do you think so, Ringo?
Aye.
Good supporter though, Ringo, isn't he? He really is.
Amazing. One of the best. And do you know what is so unique and so fabulous about Ringo? He doesn't have a YouTube channel, yet he's one of the best and biggest supporters on numerous channels. Do you know what I mean? It's not like he's a diver, so he'll only go on diving channels. It's not like he's a motorbiker, so he'll only support motorbike channels. He supports everybody's channel, which is absolutely amazing. So massive thank you to you, Ringo.
Yeah,
it's awesome what you do.
I think Christy wants to bring this live stream down now.
Yep. On that note, I'm going to bring it down. If you guys want to say your last minute before I bring it down, I want to thank everyone though for coming. I appreciate you coming and talking about all the stuff going on, as well as the nonsense that we've heard, and letting us know that the Queen is not a lizard. And I appreciate you answering questions from the chat. I appreciate everyone being in the chat, and my moderators. Thank you so much. And if you two want to close out in a minute or less so that Rennie can go get his setup going, that'd be awesome.
Massive thank you.
I've got it now. Do you want to see the Rennie Egg show? I'll share the screen for you now. I'm just setting it up now. Yeah, I'll show you if I can. It's on the OBS. Let's have a look at this. Window. Here we go. That's it. There's your Rennie Egg show there. Ready to go. Just missing the cam. Just got a few little tweaks to put on there. But yeah, that's my mother Spark there coming in. See that? The channel itself.
Hello. Oh, that's good timing.
Right?
Get in there. You couldn't have timed that better.
Yeah. Yeah, so all this is the setup for it, and it's an absolute nightmare. Can be. But Streamlabs OBS, by far the best streaming software out there. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Christy, thanks for having us up, girl. Got to get moving now. Brilliant stuff. And we'll do this again sometime. Survival game. Thanks a lot, Survival game. That would be great as well. And everyone else in the live chat. I've got to go. Lee, thanks a lot. Christy, take care.
See you soon, mate. See you soon.
Thank you so much, Rennie.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah,
Lee,
thank you
anything
so
you wanna
much, Christy. Do you know what? I'm only just getting started. There's so much I could talk about and share with you guys. That from serving in the UK Marines, and I actually served at the nuclear facility that the UK have, the only nuclear facility that the UK have. I've got so much information I could share with you guys. And after talking to you yourself and many others, there is so much that people don't know about what's involved in a nuclear threat and how much more damageable it is to what people think. And I would love to get in with you, or anyone who's on here who's got a channel that likes prepping and wants to hear in-depth knowledge of a nuclear attack and what's involved. I could talk about that all day.
We'll definitely get together and do another stream so that you can share the knowledge that you have with the audience that I have, because I know there's a lot of stuff even I didn't know.
And what's so good is the USA and the UK shared the same nuclear missile that is called the Trident II, and the UK and USA share that. So it's shared knowledge. It's not me telling you about how nuclear weapons work. It's our nuclear weapons work, because we share the same missile. And I know I can also go in depth about other countries' nuclear missiles as well, because I'm familiar with exactly what's involved with them. So I'd love to share with you guys the knowledge on all that, if anybody's interested, of course.
Yeah, I'm going to end this stream, and then we'll set up a time where we can talk about all that. So
Thank you,
thank
everybody.
everyone. Yep. Thank you, everyone, for coming again. And I'll set this up. If you all want to hear some more information, we will get him back on and find out what he knows that he can share with us. So thank you so much. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Check out the Aqua Adventurers YouTube channel, and the Running Egg is going live tonight. Check out his channel, and I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.